We want to fight bad guys. I never see bad guys. It defines who I am.
We're not saying you have.
Welcome back to Director's Choice. Being a superhero is a huge responsibility that comes with great perks, or at least that's what we see in the movies. But behind all the superpowers, cool cars, and amazing face-offs with villains, superheroes still have a personality, and sometimes you have to look beyond their supersuits to really see it.
They want us to do it.
I don't know that way.
In this episode of Director's Choice, we're taking a look at the personality of one of the incredible superheroes from, yes, you guessed it, The Incredibles.
I renounce my renunciation. Put that on.
He's the fastest of the squad that doubles as his nuclear family, and he's the middle child, so that's already a giveaway for some of his traits. We're talking about none other than the amazing Dash. But there's a twist on the plot. It's not about him. It's more about you, the viewer. We're going to give you the ultimate view of what it would be like to be Dash's best friend. Would you like him most of the time? Or would he be that annoying friend you just have to put up with? Well, you're about to find out, so let's get right to it. Here's what being best friends with Dash would be like.
Did you dry them?
You're never going to have a dull moment. It's a given that you'll never be late to anywhere when your best friend's main superpower is super speed. So you can sleep in on school days, stay out till the last minute, or take other wild risks with confidence because he can get you anywhere and he can do it fast. But there's a lot more to him than his speed. If there's any word that can completely describe Dashiell Robert Parr, it's active.
Think the supers?
Dash, remember what Mom said.
Hey, stop talking.
Because he refuses to be confined in any way. His superpowers allow him to be very fast, so you'll be along for high-speed races on highways, scaling buildings for the heck of it, and gliding on water. Dash hates being restricted because society doesn't fully accept the existence of superpowers, and he constantly finds ways to express himself.
I go perimeter.
I'm not going anywhere. This is an imaginary.
So from pranks to impromptu races, just always be ready for spontaneous adventures, because that's what best friends do. Well, when one of them has superpowers anyway. You'll be his accomplice in a lot of things, and you may get in trouble for most of them. Remember how we said you'd never have a dull moment? Well, they won't be all fun and exciting, at least not the entire time. Because of how active Dash likes to be, he sometimes goes too far in testing his superpowers. And if there's anything we know about best friends, it's that they get into mischief together. So while you may not be the one planning the activities, you'll definitely be brought along for the ride. And that means that when Dash is being a problem child, you'll be the problem child's best friend. And that's the equivalent of getting whatever punishment or trouble Dash gets into. But it's still alright, because the next thing we're going to talk about makes up for all the trouble. You can rely on him. Though he can have a one-track mind, Dash is very loyal to his loved ones, and that includes you as his best friend. For every time it seemed like his family was in trouble or at risk of separation, Dash always comes through, and that's on the emotional aspect. Due to his super fast reaction time, you can also rely on Dash to never let your sandwich fall to the ground if it slips out of your hand, and you'll never experience the impact of a wild flying ball if you're hanging out at the park with Dash. His superpowers will kick in right in the nick of time, and you'll enjoy the perks of being the superhero's best friend. Except, of course, when he decides to tease you just for the fun of it.
We need to be up there.
Hey, what if the...
You'll have to develop some type of thick skin. Keeping in mind that Dash was only 10 years old in the first Incredibles movie, he can be incredibly childish. Dash takes great pleasure in taunting and teasing Violet, his older sister, and he has a low threshold for seriousness. So as his best friend, you may be subject to constant teasing, and he may let you get into some embarrassing situations just to satisfy his humor.
Wait, it's too soon!
Nonetheless, he wouldn't put you in harm's way, and he would do anything to save you. You get the best Black Friday deals, and you won't miss out on any limited edition launches. Dash is really fast, and we all know that speed matters when it comes to shopping on Black Friday deals. With Dash as your best friend, you'll get all the great stuff without even breaking a sweat. Also, you won't ever miss out during launches. We all hate those long, annoying queues that we have to experience when a sneaker or clothing line releases a new product, and most people actually pay others to stand in line for them while they do other things. Well, if you're Dash's best friend, you won't ever have to worry about that. Alongside his super speed, Dash also has enhanced durability, which means that he doesn't get tired or injured easily. So he can stand in line for you at the Nike launch for hours on end, and with his super speed, he'd probably get there way before anyone else arrives. That's a great benefit for a friendship if we do say so ourselves. You have to act as a referee for him a lot. Dash's mom, Helen, describes him as an incredibly competitive boy. And she's absolutely right. So as his best friend, you'll be responsible for keeping him away from temptation very often. At the slightest aggravation or challenge, Dash is more than ready to showcase just how great his powers are. And while that can be fun to watch on the sidelines, you are his best friend, and you have to keep him out of trouble.
Dash, this is the third time this year you've been sent to the office. We need to find a better outlet.
He can be your voice of reason. Though he can be incredibly childish, Dash still has some mental grounding that makes him take the logical route in some serious situations. He knows that his superpowers are a special ability, and while he wants to show off sometimes, he usually finds a morally acceptable boundary to do what he would like without being completely obnoxious. So when you're veering off the edge of being unreasonable or panicking because you feel overwhelmed, you can trust Dash, aka your best friend, to give you a dose of tough love and help you find clarity in reality. Dash can be quick to improvise and find alternative solutions to different situations, so you won't ever be caught in a fix. He may miss some special events. Come on, you're best friends with a superhero who has villains to defeat all over the world. You should know that you have to cut him some slack when he ends up missing your birthday or dashing out of the theater at your show's opening night. You never know when a villain will pop up and he'll have to get to the scene. Think about it.
I'm alive! Yeah!
Dash wanted to participate in sports for a long time, but his mother didn't let him because she felt he would win simply because of his abilities.
No! Pull back! Pull back! Slow down just a little bit! Don't give up! Make it close! This is a second!
When Dash was finally able to participate by limiting himself and winning just a silver medal, he doesn't even get to enjoy his accomplishment for a long time because the appearance of the Underminer, which is a pretty fitting name for a villain that came up from underground. So if Dash could have his own special moment interrupted by the higher responsibilities of being a superhero, get ready for him to leave without waiting for the waiter to bring your orders when the both of you go out to eat. It just is what it is. Being best friends with Dash would be a roller coaster of emotions and excitement, but one thing's certain, it would be memorable. If you're a fun-loving person with a rebellious side, then you'll definitely get along with Dash. There will be days when you love him for getting you back from the movies in time for your curfew with his super speed ability. But there will be days when you feel like wringing his neck for making you miss a class because he dragged you along for a silly prank. There will be moments when you consider him the best friend anyone could ever have because he stood up for you when someone tried to bully you. But there will also be the odd moments when you wish that you never have to see him again because he won't stop calling you an annoying nickname. Through it all, being Dash's friend means that you'll always have fun, even when you get in trouble for it. So what do you think? Would you like to be best friends with Dash? Let us know in the comments section below. That's all for today. Thank you for joining us on the breakdown of what being best friends with Dash would be like. Take a look at this other recent clip by Director's Choice and make sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the notification bell to get alerts for all our latest videos.